Ready? Let's go. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Right now, I got Lameeka Jones on the show with me. Worked with Lameeka at the post office probably like the last 6-7 years. You know what I'm saying? She's a northerner like myself. So, Mika, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know, the holidays is finally getting past and all of that stuff. So now we can embark on what's coming up this next year. You know.
Yes.
But you know, we usually have a lot of little conversations off air and stuff. And I believe a main thing that you said you wanted to talk about was, you know, why do men stay in relationships, you know, when either they feel they don't really want to be in that relationship or they can't love the female a particular way. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Like, so what are your thoughts on that? We'll start with you. What are your thoughts on that? Why do you feel that may be the case?
I feel like men, honestly, I feel like it comes down to them being selfish, kind of like, I mean, it's kind of human nature, I guess. But, you know, a lot of people like to try to have their cake and eat it too. So it's like they're in a relationship, and normally, in my opinion, I feel like normally they are in a relationship with a woman that they may feel that they may have to bring a little more to the table because she may be offering a lot or bringing a lot to the table. So they may feel a little inferior to that. So with that being said, I feel like they are selfish. They want to keep that woman in their lives, but they also still, of course, want to be able to dibble and dabble and do their own thing on the side as well. You know, breaking off into the main chick, side chick type of thing.
Now, as a guy, like my first question would be, why is it on the guy? Why does a female allow a man to stay with her when she knows he's not bringing particular things to the table?
And that is a great question. Honestly, women, they normally seek out change. So they are thinking that, okay, just because this man does not have everything right now doesn't mean that he can't acquire it, or that, you know, in some time he may not acquire it or things may change. So that's how I feel like women come into the situation.
And that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, because as being a guy, you know, again, we worked together for years. You know how I am with my kids. You know, I do my best to handle mine and take care of mine. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
I do.
I can honestly say that I don't know any deadbeat guys. I'm not even going to just say fathers. You know what I'm saying? Deadbeat guys. Now I know there's some out there. You know what I'm saying? But me, myself, like, I don't know any of those. I don't associate with any of those, you know, and what I've learned is like topics like this is real touchy because everybody thinks differently. You know what I'm saying? So just as much as being said, a man is staying with a girl without knowing how to love her, females do the same thing to men. You know what I mean? And what's so crazy, I was just thinking about this the other day, is that a woman can get a man like that. It's real easy for a woman to get a man, but a man can get a wife quicker than a woman can get a husband. Think about how crazy that is.
That is crazy.
Think about how crazy that is. Like, y'all, women can literally at the snap of your fingers, you can have any man, but you got to realize there's going to be certain contingencies that come along with that man that may down the line not align with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as far as being in a relationship when you're not able to, I guess, love someone a particular way, you know, again, I wouldn't really classify it as a gender thing. You know, it's more of a personal thing. You know what I mean? Because like I said, my mother raised 4 of us by herself. You know what I'm saying? when I was 13, she met this dude, my stepfather. They never got married, but I always called him my stepfather because he taught me specific things about being a man that I thought I knew up to that age that I realized I had no clue about,
Gotcha.
And that's why me, myself, I really come to defense of men when females say, oh, well, why does a guy do this? Because not only has my stepfather done it, my wife has 3 daughters, and I've done it myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, that always kind of like pushes a button with me that's like, hold on. We gotta talk about this. Because not all guys is like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And again, me and my boys, we talk about stuff like that. And it's like, well, damn, maybe it's the female and the type of guy that she's attracted to. You know what I mean? And maybe you're just attracted to motherfuckers that don't know how to do this or feel inferior when a female is doing this. Because I'm gonna be real. If my wife was making money and I ain't have to work, I'll be Mr. Mom like a motherfucker. I'm washing dishes, mopping floors, cooking dinner. Like, I might jump up on lunch every once in a while, like, yo, I was in the neighborhood. No, she like 30 miles away. Yeah, I was in the neighborhood. So let me, I felt I'd drop you off something to eat. You know what I mean? But you're right. A lot of men don't have that, I guess. I don't want to say confidence to seem like I'm tooting my own horn, but a lot of guys don't have that I don't know, I guess confidence or whatever to accept that role. Then you gotta ask, how many women are able to actually fulfill that role? And the
like
thing, go ahead.
Like we always, like any conversation that we have had, I have noticed that you always try to keep it equal, and I'm cool with that because I like the equality in it, because I'm not sexist at all, and like we're saying, any role you can always try to flip it or switch it and ask from the other side, like, and that should always be done because that leaves opinions for everybody to hit, not just one-sided. So that's always good, and I appreciate that. But it was just, it was more so that post that stuck out to me, and it was just pinpoint. And I don't know why they seem to target males, but they do. And
again, I can answer why, because like I said, just because I don't associate with none of them, don't mean them motherfuckers ain't out there. You know what I'm saying? I know that there are guys out there. So again, like you said, with the equality, I just want to make sure that the people, like, I'm sure people know that there's a balance to all of this. Like I say, like, that's one of the reasons why, like, I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, I'm not none of that. Because like that nigga Chris Rock said, whatever you don't like is going to end up in your family. You know what I'm saying? So now you're not going to like this baby because it's a female or it's black or it's white. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really I don't dig the isms, you know what I'm saying? Like discriminating towards anybody for any particular reason. You know what I'm saying? Because every group has their share of fuck ups, their share of overachievers, their share of underachievers, like all of that. So, I try to talk to individuals, you know what I'm saying, more than put labels and categorizations on things, because I know me, myself, I hate to be categorized, or you know what I'm saying? So
me too.
I try my best not to do it, but then you see some things that people like you do, and you be like, this motherfucker got me. Now I gotta sit here and explain why we don't do this, because your dumb ass gonna win and get
exactly. I'm fucking you fucking
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and that's how I try to look at everything. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like relationships go, like I really do my best to stay out of other people's relationships, just because from experience, I know, like, got a sister, her boyfriend smacking her around, that you go over there, you whoop his ass, you get locked up because she don't call the cops on you for whooping his ass. Like,
oh, and she right back with him.
Right, before you get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, she sneak in the car. I'm sorry, I just didn't want you to hurt him. And you know what I'm saying? Well, this nigga in the real, who you on the phone with? All right, bro, I gotta go. Love you. Bye. Like, come on.
Right.
Come on, man. That don't make no kind of sense to me. You
It
know what I'm
don't.
saying?
Yeah.
So I
Mind the
really,
business that pays you for
yeah,
real.
I really do. I try to stay out of people relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got 3 daughters now. You know what I'm saying? And my oldest
Yeah.
with her boyfriend. And I told him,
Oh,
listen, just don't put your hands on her. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have y'all name calling things and your arguments and all of that. Bro, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your life.
Right.
Just don't put your hands on her and we good.
Right.
You know?
That's peace.
And
That should be a
that's
basic boundary, a basic standard in any relationship. But
because she knows she bet not put her hands on him either.
uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like I said, all of this stuff go both ways. And
Both
me and my
ways.
wife be talking about it all the time. Like the gender roles are reversed. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You got the chicks wearing the Timbs and the jeans and
Oh
the hoodies, and the
yeah.
dudes wearing the blouses and the pouches and
Oh yeah.
and the skinny jeans and all of that.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, I'm all with equality. I'm all with
Right.
being
Living
treated
your life,
how
like
this, but like what gets me like kind of upset, like the gender girls playing sports.
Mhm.
You can't have it both ways. You can't tell me to treat them as girls because they classify as girls, but then get mad at them when they win a girls competition. You know,
Right.
all of
Right.
that stuff needs to be considered when you're saying there's a reason why they're winning these physical competitions, because they're actually
It,
males
it,
and they have extra muscles and extra flexibilities and athleticism and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's genetic. You
right.
can't get rid of that just because he feels like a girl. He still has those physical attributes that's going to have them advance, and that needs to
Of
be
a
taken
male.
into
Right.
consideration. That needs to be taken into consideration when you're saying everybody's equal and treat them how they feel they are and all of that stuff.
Right.
Again, I have no problem with any of that.
Right.
Homosexuality, bisexuality. I don't do it, so just don't bring it to me.
Yeah. Stay in
But
your
but
lane.
but there's levels to all of this. So
Yes, it is.
you can't knock a trans girl for dominating in the sport when y'all told that trans girl that they're going to be accepted fully.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because
Right.
that's BS. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? That's
I
straight
agree.
BS. And then you get all of these complaints and I don't want to say riots and stuff, but people
Mm-hmm.
really be flipping out about it. And
Right.
I don't understand why. Like y'all said that they can be included as that as such.
Exactly.
So
Like with the whole bathroom thing, like
now see that
that.
I don't care if my daughter, my granddaughter, my niece go into a bathroom and he looked
Mhm.
like a male, go in that same bathroom after, I'm also going in that bathroom.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Right. Might as
I'm
well,
not,
huh?
no, I'm not trying to hear none of
Yeah,
that.
I feel like there are certain, I get it, like we said, but boundaries and in anything like are always a safe, haven for just try to keep it, as simple as possible. Cause when they start throwing in, like you said, the sports. And for me personally, I mean, yeah, you can't go in the bathroom.
Oh, you messing up.
I feel like it just creates a lot more don't need to be created. Boundary situation, I feel like. Hear me?
Hey, like
We
like
good?
I told my wife, I believe they, and again, I have nothing against anybody, but they
Right.
opened Pandora's box when they allowed gays to get married. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like that was one of the so-called sacred things of America. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And once that was broken, like all hell broke loose. Like I remember one time, no bullshit. Me and my wife, we was driving up to New York. We was listening to, a radio station and shit. And this dude was going to court because he wanted to legally change his age to like 20 years younger because he said he got more hits on Tinder as a 42-year-old than a 62-year-old.
What?
And they granted it to him.
Oh, wow.
They granted it to him.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's
way
but when does it stop?
Right, you're right. There is no limit after that. The boundary has been crossed. It's over.
And again, like I said, I know a lot of homosexuals, guys and girls. I love them. I chill with them. I hang with them. All that.
Yes.
But that was supposed to be something that, again, not to be ashamed of who you are or anything, you know what I'm saying? But that was like, again, like I feel Pandora's box. And once that line was crossed, it opened up that, well, shit, I can do anything. I can be anything. I can do this. I can do that. And where does the accountability come in?
Exactly.
Like I tell my kids all the time, yo, if you want me to treat you like you've grown, I ain't got no problem. I'll treat you either way you want to, you know what I'm saying? But you're not going to pick and choose when you've grown. I can't pick and choose when I pay rent. I can't be like, you know what? I don't feel like paying rent this month, so fuck it, I'm not going to pay it and everything be good. Nah, that's not how grown people operate. So if you want to be grown, you're going to be treated like you've grown all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People always think the grass is greener on the other side. You have no idea what that motherfucker did to keep that grass that green.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Fact.
Right.
Yes.
And I mean, like I love talking about stuff like this, just to hear different perspectives, just to give different perspectives. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I said, I could honestly sit here and come up with a list of reasons why men do the things they do. And just as many reasons as I say that, I can have a reason. Well, a female head did this that caused him to do that. You know what I'm saying?
There's always accounting.
And my thing is, take accountability. So what that person did? You still didn't have to react in that nature, in that way. So start taking accountability for your part in it. You know what I'm saying? And what I've learned is that the smaller your part is, the harder it is to take the high road. Because you're like, damn, I ain't even really do nothing. I still gotta suck it up. But that's the best thing to do. That's what the better person usually does, is take the high road. You know what I mean? You got to be accountable for the things that you do. You know, like they say, I don't point the finger at people because there's always 3 pointing back at me.
Right.
You know what I mean? My kids get mad as hell because if I don't physically catch you messing up, I say y'all. All of y'all did it.
Right. Collective.
All of y'all did it. Yo, either the one that did it going to come forth and say that they did it, or the rest of them going to get on them and be like, yo, I ain't getting in trouble for you. So you better tell this nigga that you did it, because I'm not going to snitch on you. I ain't taking this heat for you neither.
That's right.
And that seems to have been lost throughout the last maybe 10, 15 years, is accountability. Nobody wants to be accountable for the things they do. They always want to pass the buck on to somebody else. You know, so that's how I feel. What are your thoughts on that?
I am agreeing wholeheartedly. Like, that accountability is I feel like that's a lot of people's, I don't want to say their toxic trait, but I feel like that's something that a lot of people are having issues with these days, being an adult and taking accountability. Nobody wants to admit when they are wrong. Like, it's the ego, the pride, all that coming into play. And it's really just like, people just need to just shed that. Like, everybody trying to be this humble, like they're trying to be somebody that they're not.
blame
And
social media for a lot of it.
a lot of it.
I blame social media for a lot of it, because the internet makes shit look so simple. You know what I'm
So simple.
saying?
You post the good, and when you going through the bad, you hang back.
Yeah.
And then when you got some good, here you go front for it. I definitely agree.
You see me, I post when I'm struggling just so people can see. Yeah,
so
this nigga's struggling.
Yeah,
this nigga's struggling. So when they see me bounce back, they like, well, damn, I done seen them struggle. I done seen them bounce back.
Right. You know right. This is life, like real life, not just putting the front one for everybody. Yeah. Right. Like life happens.
I really do try to inspire, like, I guess everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody that come in contact with me, man. This shit, life is not easy, but this shit ain't hard neither, man.
No, people make it a lot harder than it gotta
be. They make it, exactly. They make it way hard, especially when you got a job like ours, man. Mm-hmm. Folks at the post office done lost their mind.
Oh, Lord.
You know what, though? It really wasn't that bad of a Christmas season this year.
It wasn't.
That's because a lot of people spent that stimulus money soon as they got it. They ain't have nothing left for Christmas. You know what I mean? Never,
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Make my job a lot easier. For real.
But yeah, for real. But yes, that management, they don't appreciate their workers enough, and they try to take advantage. And that's, companies really need to realize that their employees are what make the company. Like, exactly. If you're not taking care of them, they're not gonna want to take care of your company or help you take care of your company.
Right. And the person who ever said the customer is always right, that motherfucker never dealt with customers.
Never could not.
They could have never dealt with a customer a day in their life, because they would have said no off the wall shit like that.
Okay. Because what?
Again, that all goes with how things are now. People feel they entitled to stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Entitled, yeah.
Like, oh, well, that's your job to deliver my mail. You're right, but you can't say thank you.
Right.
Like it really hurt that much to say thank you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I bet you if you was waiting on a check, you know what I'm saying, you'd be following me until I got to your crib.
Exactly.
But then on the regular, you want to be all nasty and snotty to me, like. But I could say though, my route, like, I probably say, like, no bullshit, like 98% of my route is cool as shit. I probably had issues with maybe about 3-4 people, like, throughout my whole entire route, like the whole 3 years I've been on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's you always gonna have some outliers, but that's good. That's good. I wasn't even expecting to get as many little gifts this year as I did.
The little cards and all of that stuff. Yeah.
You do still have some good people out here.
I do my job the way I do for the customers, not for them people at that office. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could honestly care less about them people in that office. You know what I mean? Our job is simple. It's not a hard job. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It pays well. Yeah. I just got a nice raise too. They finally evaluated and put the rest of the that new apartment complex onto my route. So I just got me a nice little raise coming into the new year. So I'm kind of amped about that.
But that's good. New thing.
And like I tell people, man, like, you see, I'm in there early and I'm out.
Yeah.
The less amount of time I'm there, the more money I make. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I'm gonna make the same amount, regardless if it take me 6 hours or 12 hours to do my route. So I'm doing that shit in 6 and going to chill the rest of the time. It be days I be home by 1 o'clock. I get paid till 4. I get paid till 4:30.
Yeah, I know you
have hours worth of pay. People, well, you come in early. I get out early too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I work about maybe 6 hours on average a day. I get paid for 9. just because you decide to start at 9:30, 10 o'clock. By 9:30, 10 o'clock, I got part of my route done already. I'm on my way. By the time people is getting there, I'm almost through my route. Like
I'm to get in there. That's me at 9:30.
Man, listen.
I have things to do. Like I do have a life.
And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm old. I go to sleep early.
I'm not.
I go to sleep early, so I wake up early.
I know you. I know you don't care.
And I know if I
listen, there you go.
I get up at like 5, and if I wait until 7 to get up to go to work, I'm not getting up to go to work. I can't just sit home for 2 hours before I go to. Let me get up, brush my teeth, do all of that stuff, get my coffee, take myself to work, and hit this day off early. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense if you're already up.
And then I get out early. I can work on my businesses and all of that stuff, and have the rest of the day to myself to chill. You know what I'm saying? That's when I try to make my appointments. I try to do my podcasts and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I'm just trying to spread a lot of positivity. And my goal for this year is to help 10 families, either with financial literacy, physical fitness, or mental health. You know what I mean? And I feel between the three, I should be able to help 10 people per month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you will. Like, it's, I feel like for me personally, my energy going into this new year, everybody new year, new me, whatever, but it really feels like a lot is about to change for me, coming up in this year. It's the mental, it's just everything following it. Like I'm just ready. Like this year was just kind of like tragic. Bad for me.
It was so tragic.
I'm like, it's gotta change. Like next year has to be different. Like I can't do another year like this. Like
so what type of things are you working on?
Well, I am probably I do have a couple business ventures on the side that I'm gonna try to bring to light. My hair.
First of all, you're not gonna try. You're gonna do. That's
you're right. I am going to do.
You're gonna do it. You're not gonna try. You're gonna do it. But go ahead.
You're right. The hair, that was my main thing. I'm gonna get back on with the hair, selling the hair, because I was doing pretty good with that.
Now, when you say the hair, like, do you braid hair or do you just like you sell? Again, I'm going to try to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Or do you sell like bundles and wigs and stuff like that?
Bundles and wigs, because that's what's popping right now.
Okay.
That's what they want. That's what's in demand. Baby, I got it.
And it's crazy because my 16-year-old daughter know how to braid hair and sew the bun, sew the weave and all
that's
of that.
Good.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you sell it to people. We could all conglomerate and we get the hair from you. You send them right over here to my daughter.
There it
braid
is.
them
Go
up
ahead,
and
get
boop,
your
boop,
hair.
boop. Everybody get
there
paid.
You go. Everybody
get paid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm waiting.
It's enough money out here for all of us to eat.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
That's why I'm trying to do the things that I'm doing, just to, like, for me, it's really not about the money. I mean, of course, everybody wants money, you know what I'm saying? But it's about the people. The more people, the money is just a byproduct of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. It's real crazy. So
it is. but
on that note, we're gonna have to definitely chop it up. It's getting a little late. I'm getting a little hungry, about to go get me something to eat and all of that stuff too. But,
I'm about to start cooking.
But it was definitely good getting on, chatting with you. We're going, next time we get on, we're going to go more into what you're doing with your hair, because that's big thing I'm trying to do with my podcast, especially when I have other people on, is see the extra things that they doing and try to get their stuff out there as well. So
that's what's up.
We definitely gonna have to get back on and do that. Like you said, new year, it ain't gonna be none of this. Okay, well, we're gonna catch up and my bad, I did this, I did that. Like, nah, that's another thing we gotta do. Make sure that we make it happen. So
discipline.
Yeah, exactly.
We got it.
So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. It was great talking with you. You know what I mean?
Always,
And
likewise.
I'll definitely see you at work.
All
If I
right.
don't talk to you by then, you have a happy new year, and we'll definitely get it popping next year.
All right, you too, people.
All right, now talk to you later.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.